Welcome to the Black Table.
TikTok has a reputation of being one of the most progressive platforms. Content creators who are talking about things you'll never hear on YouTube or Instagram. So give it up for that, definitely. But you run across some stinkers. There's some people there who did not wear deodorant and are allergic to wiping one's ass. There was this lady that was running down Harry Belafonte. She was saying things about Harry Belafonte on his death. She said that Harry Belafonte and a lot of other black men of their day who were famous, such as Sidney Poitier, did not want to marry black women. That Harry Belafonte refused to marry Eartha Kitt. And he said something to the effect of, I'll never get anywhere in this business if I marry a black woman. So I gotta marry a white woman. Something like that. So I heard this, right? And it really got me thinking. In life, there's always a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot more going on than we want to give ourselves credit for. And if you look at any one place, any time, you can find some of the most disgusting, horrendous, spiteful, hurtful, animalistic, cannibalistic, infuriating, selfish, brutal, inhumane things going on. And we got to acknowledge that. But if you know what else? You can also look anywhere in America or in the world and see some of the most kind, thoughtful, loving, caring, gracious, enduring, self-sacrificing, unselfish, beautiful things happening as well. In this business of reporting, this business of commentary, based on the profit centers, based on the business model, you're always going to hear more the negative than the positive. As this woman was running down Harry Belafonte, she left out that America was very segregated at the time, and maybe that was why Harry Belafonte felt it was necessary for him not to marry a black woman. I'm not saying I agree with him, but I'm saying as a person who's married to a black woman, who's only been married the one time, maybe there were other considerations for someone who had dreams of being in Hollywood. Maybe instead of just dumping on Harry Belafonte, we could also put it in the context of a very racist America. Harry Belafonte becoming Harry Belafonte was a very improbable thing, sister. We're talking about a 1 in 500,000 shot.
Very true.
Maybe he knew something you don't know. He didn't want to turn his 1 in 500,000 shot into a 1 in 30 million shot. Maybe that's the cost of being too black. Maybe you have to, maybe in that time, the requirement to assimilate totally was so prevalent. Maybe that's something to do with it. But here's what I want you to also know. Even if you reject everything I just said, you say, so what? Screw him. That one man did not marry black. This is what you should also include. His financial support provided considerable financial assistance to organizations like the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, SNCC, the Southern Christian Leadership Conference, SCLC, and also helped to fund freedom rides and voter registration drives. He took his money and he took his time to contribute fundraising. He used his fame and connections to organize concerts and events to support the civil rights movement. He collaborated with artists like Sidney Poitier, Marlon Brando, Sammy Davis Jr. to raise awareness and funds. Without those funds, the civil rights movement may never have happened. No movement happens broke. His relationship with MLK and formed a close relationship with Belafonte, providing both financial and moral support to King and his family. He even helped to finance King's trips to accept the Nobel Peace Prize in 1964. His activism and advocacy, he was an outspoken advocate for civil rights, racial equality. He participated in protests and marches, including the historic 63 March on Washington, and he used his platform to raise awareness about issues faced by African Americans. This was at a time when black people were openly being lynched and killed, more openly than they are today. International solidarity, Belafonte was involved in promoting civil rights and social justice worldwide, not just in America. He played an active role in the anti-apartheid movement in South Africa and supported various humanitarian causes throughout his life. Yes, I understand we could focus on the negative aspects, something that we may disagree with, the controversial aspects of Harry Belafonte. But I want you to know, we could do that with anybody. We could even do that with you. One of the beauties of living right now in 2023 is anybody can do content, anybody can provide commentary, anybody can grab a mic, grab a webcam, and speak their mind. But not everyone should. And if you do have a responsibility. If you're going to tell it, tell the whole thing or say nothing. This has been Tim Black, and I just set the table. Give it up for that.
Excellent.
Get the hell out of here.
The Black Table.